Hello and welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Videos video. And that was kind of weird for me to be doing two videos on a Tuesday, but the reason why is because CG released the kit for the STAP, which is the Single Trooper Aerial Platform. It was used by B1 battle droids in the Clone Wars. You've seen them in Episode 1. I believe that, yeah, you probably saw some of them in Episode 2. You saw a lot of it in the Clone Wars, obviously. But this unit is boosting up General Grievous in GAC. Probably because, they figured why not. It doesn't hurt to boost Grievous up anyways. So obviously he's going to be an attacker dark side droid separatist. One of the first, apparently the STAP was one of the first toys made for the Phantom Menace whenever it released, 25 years ago now, which is ridiculous to think. Also, they had a little bit of a neat, not really neat, but odd tidbit of inspiration, quote unquote. While the player obtainable version is in the Separatist coloring to match the droids for the squad we designed it for, which is General Grievous, they had the art team make a version in Trade Federation coloring for possible use in upcoming events. Which I know a lot of people have been I know Arnold and other people have been making videos putting massive hints and not really hints, but speculation that we're gonna get something from episode 1 Phantom Menace stuff maybe sometime this year, which honestly, I mean, Gungans or Jar Jar or a new Kenobi or Padme or something like that, which I want to be really against. It just depends on how they implement it, obviously. It'll be interesting to see if we actually fight STAPs in whatever event they're teasing at there. Anyways, strategy tips. Apparently, we need to recharge. Apparently, just about guarantees a turn 1 target lock, and pinned, which is a new debuff, I guess you want to call it. So there's that. Apparently, you want to make the STAP really fast, so, whatever. Let's get into more of it here. The basic is checkpoint secure, which deals physical damage to the target enemy and inflicts target lock for 2 turns. If they are already target locked, they are inflicted with pinned for 2 turns, which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and its attack cannot be evaded. What pinned does is you cannot gain bonus TM, and you have minus 25% speed. However, it is not stacked with breach, fracture, or speed down, so it's not going to be like a constant. You're basically gaining no speed. Because with fracture, your speed set to 0. Breach, I don't know what it does. I can't remember what it does. Speed down obviously slows you down. The first special is called Die, Jedi Dogs. Well, it's more like Die, Jedi Dogs, with the, robotic voice. Anyways, you deal physical damage to all enemies, which can't be evaded by Jedi, which, makes sense. You inflict provoked on all enemies for 2 turns, and you deal damage again to pinned enemies. So, there was a reason why I put provoked on a team with leader that prevents counterattacks. It's basically just to slow down people that can counterattack anyways, but it's just another debuff you can work with, obviously. We need to recharge oh wait, I forgot to mention the Die Jedi Dogs has a 2-turn cooldown. We need to recharge has a 4-turn cooldown, which is a little long, but if you're making the stat fast, you're going to be churning through those turns to get it back up and running pretty quickly. So what it does is you recover 20% health and protection, you gain 5 stacks of overcharge, which only maxes out at 5 anyways, and which cannot be copied, dispelled, or prevented. The target ally attacks, then the STAP assists. So it's basically a heal, a bonus attack, and then an assist all in one. It's kind of one big kibosh of niftiness. It's not horrible, honestly. You're healing your target ally, they're attacking, and then you're assisting. So, nifty. Now for the long, unique, the only unique it has, which is a Single Trooper Aerial Platform, which is STAP's name. It's a Zeta Omicron, obviously. So what it does, for the Zeta bit, STAP gains 10 speed for each stack of overcharge, which is 50 extra speed if you have, the 5 stacks of overcharge. At the start of the battle, if all allies are separatist droids, which you'll want to do, because you're going to be putting them in a Grievous team, so no Newt's going to be going away to Trench, from the sounds of it. Whenever an ally inflicts pinned or the target lock on an enemy, they also deal damage equal to 2% of their max health damage to that enemy, which cannot be evaded. So nice little bit of extra damage there. Whenever STAP uses the ability, other than we need to be recharged, they lose a stack of overcharge. So that 50 speed will not be a permanent buff. Not permanent buff. Permanent boost is what I'm trying to say, because whenever you're using Die Jedi Dogs, you're losing a stack of, well, overcharge. So, you know, it is what it is. And then whenever STAP or an allied Separatist droid tank takes true damage from an enemy, all Separatist droid allies lose 15% TM, which is limited to... Wait, what? Why does it say limit once per enemy per turn? Oh, basically, yeah, I was reading. I was thinking too deep into it. Basically, if they lose team, if you cause team to be lost, then, you know, whatever. I'm overthinking it. Sorry, my brain's not functioning at the moment. In all ingrained arenas, so it's not either 5v5 or 3v3 specific, and all allies droids separatists. STAP takes a bonus turn at the start of the battle, and an additional bonus turn whenever an enemy takes their first turn. So basically, it'll go first. I don't know if you'll want to do the Die Jedi Dogs or do the get the overcharge first. And then, obviously, they'll take another turn as soon as you take your first turn, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And whenever STAP gains overcharge, all allies gain 20% max health stacking for the rest of the battle and recover an additional 10% health and protection. So, it's 50% health and protection recovery there. It makes you gain 5 stacks of overcharge whenever you use the We Need to Recharge ability. Enemy clone troopers have minus 30% offense, and when they're inflicted with pin or target loss, they also... Target lock. They also receive additional damage equal to 10% of their max health, which cannot be evaded. You know, that'll slow down Bad Batch a little bit, and it'll make gas a little bit more dicey. But it is what it is. Also, Separatist droid allies no longer lose TM when STAP or allied Separatist droid tanks take true damage from enemies. So, yeah, it seems to be like the Omni nullifies the TM loss, I guess, from the Zeta, which, okay, whatever. But yeah, seems to be like a nifty little buff for General Grievous. I don't know how often I'll be using Grievous now, but especially since I use B2 with Afra for the, you know, the cleanse that he has. But, you know, it's besides the point. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to be a horrible kit. Pretty simplistic. I like simplistic kits, don't get me wrong. And the STAP being from, you know, some of the most beloved parts of the franchise, you know, the Clone Wars era, it's going to be probably a really well-received unit, honestly. But I wonder what else that means for, like, kind of like vehicle kind of things, you know? Because it's basically a B1 battle droid stuck on the STAP, and that's about it. But they're making it its own unit instead of like a... You know what I mean? It's just... it is what it is. They got to do something to make it unique as opposed to just, oh, another B1 battle droid, blah, 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 blah. So, it'll be interesting to see how fast it is base, because if they're suggesting giving it more speed to make it go faster, then, you know, I guess we'll have to see how to mod it up and obviously, and all that fun stuff. But anyways, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this rather short video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and hit subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later on. I hope you have a good rest of your day.